If you want to be successful, you got to be the type of person that somebody would want to invest in. So what's going on, guys? It's Josiah, your success consultant. And in today's video, I'm going to pose a very simple but profound question to you if you're ever going to be successful in business or any other arena of life. The truth of the matter is this. We can do nothing by ourselves. This is an interdependent world. So you're not going to get to any grand destination without the help of other people in the process. So, knowing that as a life law and principle, here's the question. When you meet these people in life that can help you get to a certain place, are you the type of person that someone else would want to invest in? Are you the right person that someone would want to invest in? That's the question in today's video. And as always, I got 3 indicators to decide whether or not that you're that type of person. Because you could be looking at yourself in the mirror today and say, yeah, I'm the type of person that people should invest in. I got these great ideas. I'm confident. Yeah, I'm strong. I'm this, I'm that. But yet, when the dust settles, no one has actually invested in you. And so now you've got to look within yourself and you got to ask, well, you know what? Why hasn't that happened yet? Why is it that I may have all of this confidence in myself and my abilities and my talents, but yet when I step out into the world, there's no one that's just beating my door down to invest in the services that I have to offer? So here are 3 indicators to know whether or not you're the right person that someone else would want to invest in, okay? Here's the first thing. And when I'm talking about investing, I'm not just talking about the investment of money. I'm talking about someone wanting to invest their time on you, right? Maybe it's a certain mentor that you want to be able to acquire. And they need to decide whether or not they want to pour into your life. Are you the right person who's deserving of having someone of a higher status pour themselves into you and stop what they're doing so that way you can kind of come up on the same level as them? Are you the right person to be invested in? Okay. Number 1, are you consistent enough in your own efforts? Write this down. This is super important. I'm telling y'all, as much information as you're being given on this channel, you have no excuse to not be successful. I wish that there was somebody that was just taking me by the hand and showing me step by step, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to think, this is what you got to stop, right? This is the benefit that you're getting right now. So what are you going to do with it? Make full use of it. I will know that you're a person that's worthy of being invested in just by you applying the things that you find out in this video. Are you consistent enough in your efforts? Okay, so let's say, for example, that you are an aspiring actor, right? And you got millions of other people that want to be actors too. Everybody wants to be a star. And here it is, you're in Hollywood and you're competing against all these other actors. Now, all these other actors, they're competing and rehearsing their craft on a regular basis, but you're only rehearsing your craft whenever you want to do it, whenever you feel like doing it, whenever you have time to do it, right? If that's the type of mentality that you carry, are you the type of person that somebody else would want to invest in? Because an investor may only be looking for one person to fit the role. So why should you get picked over every other actor that's training every single day to perfect their craft? They have other responsibilities just like you. They're going through things just like you. They've got, family and other commitments to manage just like you. But somehow they figured out how to be able to balance all of it. So I would think that an investor would look at that type of person and say, you know what? This is the type of person that I want to invest in. If they've got all of these different hats that they've got to wear, but they're so driven and they're so focused behind this path, then that shows me that if I invest in this person and I help them with the right resources, how much more could they do if I lighten their burden in other areas? But you may be making so many excuses about life and why you're not moving forward and moving ahead in the things that you want to pursue, that you never allow yourself to get to a place where someone else could look at you and have enough confidence to say, you know what? All things considered, this is a person that I would want to invest in, right? And I'll be quite honest with you. Even when I work with clients on a professional basis in some of my premier programs that I leave closed off to the rest of the world for the majority of the year, the reason why I leave it closed off, and in some cases invite only, is because of the fact that I'm very particular about who I work with. Knowing that I only have but a scarce amount of time, there's only a specific type of person that I would want to make that large of an investment in. And I wouldn't want to make a large investment in a person that doesn't value that experience. I wouldn't want to invest that type of energy and resource and all these other things in a person that's going to take all of this information and not do nothing with it, right? So you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I consistent enough in the eyes of a person that I need to have invest in me? Okay. Number two, are you reliable enough? Okay. Are you reliable enough for a person to want to invest in you? Now, here's one thing that you want to think about, right? Think about yourself. If you were an investor, right? Do you want to invest in something that could be, super hot today, but super cold tomorrow? Do you want to be the type of person that invests in something that, maybe if I catch you on the right day of the week, then you're the guy for the job. But if I were to invest in you on any other day, my assets could go belly up, right? Are you reliable enough? So it's one thing to be consistent in whatever it is that you're doing, right? So I'll give you a prime example again. Let's stick to this actor analogy. Let's say that you actually do train on a consistent basis every single day. You've got the scripts down, you're studying other actors, you're constantly improving your craft. Your problem is there may be personal issues that's lacking in your personal development that's inhibiting you from being an investable person. I could love the way that you act, but I know that there's so many other demons that you have not really come to grips with, that if I say, you know what, you're on the set, I hire you and I hire, all of these other major actors, I'm giving you your big break, I got these movie producers, top of the line guys that's in Hollywood, this is going to be your spark to become a superstar. And you get hired on because of how consistent you are every single day when it comes to acting. But lo and behold, behind the scenes, you've got all of these other things that you've got going on in your life, which becomes a deterrent from you showing up to set on time. Maybe you've got to leave in the middle of the set because you've got issues, you got baby mama drama, you got, all of this just complete mayhem going on where your life is in shambles behind the scenes, but you could be very talented. You could be very consistent about your passion, but the problem is it's so much baggage that one has to carry in going along with your efforts that at the end of the day, you look and you say, you know what? It ain't worth it. This is just too much damn drama. Yeah, this person may be able to act, But it's not as though they're the only person with acting skills in Hollywood. I'm going to just call up the next person that don't have half the drama that you have, and they're going to be the person that's going to be hired on for the job, right? So it's not just about your technical skills. So many people overlook this point that I'm telling you now to their own demise and peril. You could be one of the most technically savvy people in the world. You could know your industry from top to bottom. You can be highly skilled. You can be highly talented. You could have so many different great gifts, it will make a person want to slap their mama. But if you don't have the personal development, the mindset, the characteristics, the emotional stability, right? If you don't have these set of intangible skills within yourself that you're constantly correcting and examining from a day to day, then what happens is even when an investor starts to invest in you, you will begin to self-sabotage. You will begin to put yourself down a path where you're seeing the opportunity right in front of you, and the only thing that's stopping you from benefit from it is you. You've already got approved into the job. You're already making the money, but you pull yourself out of it because it's the personal affairs and the personal development that you're lacking. Okay? So even though this is a professional channel by nature, your personal and your professional development are interwoven. And that's the reason why, there's certain scriptures that you read about. One of my all-time favorites, of course, being, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And that kind of goes into what I'm saying today. Even if you were to look at the figure that scripture a lot of times was based around in Judas Iscariot, Judas Iscariot was put in a position where he was renowned amongst being one of the 12 disciples. Think about that. He was being put in a position of status where he was known for being one of the closest men in the circle of Jesus Christ, top allies in the world. But if there are personal things from within that are tearing away and gnawing at you every single day, and those things begin to overcome you, and you don't work to correct those things, all the status, all the fame, all the titles in the world, it won't be able to help you, because you're always going to bring yourself back down to the level of whatever your battle is. So the question is, are you reliable enough for somebody to want to invest themselves in? Third and final point, if you want to be the type of person that someone would invest in, where are the results? Okay? Yes, I hear the idea that you're saying to me. I'm hearing you talk. Where are the results? I once heard a person say, and this was coming from a millionaire mentor. I forget exactly who it was that said this to me. It escapes me at the present moment. But one of the things that he said was, the best way for you to have a business plan that's approved by a bank is for you to already have proof of a previous business that was super successful, right? So you can walk into the bank with this huge business plan and it's all typed up and you just brain vomiting on paper with all of your ideas and concepts. But the number one thing that would actually get money put into your bank account is, where's the results? I'd rather take a person that can speak through their results on what they're capable of doing, rather than a person that's just all talk but no results. And again, most people do this in reverse. Most people think that they're going to catch a big break by just talking their way to a situation with a person, and then that person is just going to just stand back and watch them, hoping that one day results are going to happen. If you look at anybody that's doing anything that's noteworthy in life, they don't care about who's talking. Only you care about that. People whose life is actually moving in an upward direction, they want to be looking at a person whose life is moving upwards as well. And that's the reason why they have that famous scripture. Seest thou a man that's diligent in his business? He shall walk amongst kings. He shall not be amongst mean men. So in other words, if you see someone that's in a position to receive favor by people already in a position of power, they're already diligent in what they do. They're already showing some level of results. Yes, they may not have the same level of grandeur as the king, but there's something about what they have produced up to this point, which is putting them in the king's environment, right? The person that's just talking about it is still hanging out with the mean men, and it's taking you away from the king. So where are your results that's going to put you in the presence of powerful people, right? I'm using these words very loosely and somewhat tongue-in-cheek because I'm just trying to hammer home the point that if you want to be able to elevate your life, you're going to have to put yourself in the presence of someone that can show you how they did it. You're going to need to find someone who's ahead of where you are today in order to get to where you need to get. And it's not just in a business capacity. It's not just in a financial capacity, right? If you want to be able to have a great family, then you need to follow the same premise. You need to look at someone who's already had a successful family for a number of years and you need to find out from them how they did it. But I guarantee you, if the person that you're aspiring to model yourself after is someone of substance, they're not just going to be sitting down, scratching their behind, waiting for you. They're not just going to be sitting down and just twiddling their thumbs. Oh, I can't wait for this person to call me because my life was just so plain and was just so an empty canvas that my life had nothing to do until this aspiring actor was trying to call me. It doesn't work that way. When you find a person of substance, they're already en route to where they want to go in life. So you're not going to stop them and have this expectation of entitlement that as soon as you just try to stop them, that they're just going to stop everything that they're doing and bend to your will. You've got to actually accomplish something that's worthy of getting on their radar. Have you ever been walking down the street and maybe they have this famous saying about like a beautiful woman on how she can turn heads? So it might be a man that might be walking down the street, but a woman might be so beautiful, it might make a man want to break his neck to turn around and look at that woman. You kind of want to think about that in the context of your own personal success. Are you producing work that will make a person want to stop what they're doing and inquire further about what it is that you have to offer? Or are you just going to be yelling and begging and hoping that a person will want to stop what they're doing, right? So you got a lot of guys that'll see the beautiful woman and they'll try to flag her down. Hey, yo, baby. Oh, yeah. Come talk to me, ma. Hey, ma. Hey, beautiful. Hey, this, hey, that. And she's just looking like, who the hell is this? Why won't this dude leave me alone? Damn, I can't stand guys that operate like that. But if there's a guy that has something to bring to the table, maybe he may stand a better chance. Maybe he may not have to do all the yelling and screaming that the other person is doing, because what they're doing, they're such a person of value themselves that the same way that she's a neck breaker based upon beauty, he may be a neck breaker based upon substance. And that's how the two may align with each other. That's how they may catch each other's eyes and ears, okay? So I hope that these analogies make enough sense to you. If you want to be successful, are you consistent enough to be the type of person that somebody would want to invest themselves in? Are you reliable enough and not getting in your own way? Right? If someone is stranded on the side of the road and there's only one person that they need to call, and you want to be reliable in that capacity to a person in a relationship, are you the right person that another person would want to make that phone call about? If there's 1,000 people that's applying for a role and they can only pick one, are you the reliable enough person that will make an investor want to pick you out of 1,000 people, right? Because that's kind of how the numbers play, 1 out of 1,000. And where are the results that you're bringing to the table that would separate you from all of the talkers and put you in the presence of a person that can say, you know what? I want to invest in this person because while everybody is talking, this person is doing. And that's how they've gotten on my radar. All right? So I want you to leave me a comment and I want you to let me know which of these areas are you going to focus on the most. Maybe you're listening to this video and you're saying, you know what? I'm not consistent enough. I'm not working on my passion from day to day, and that's the reason why people are passing me up. I'm saying I want to make a business out of something, but I'm really only treating it as a hobby. That's the reason why nobody wants to invest in me. You know what? Maybe I'm good at what I do, but because of my personal character, nobody really wants to fool with me. And that creates unreliability in that person's mind. That's the reason why people are not investing in me, right? It's like you kind of have this mindset where everybody else is in the wrong and shame on the world for not investing in you, right? Because in your mind, you can do no wrong and yet you're working so hard. Well, if you're working so hard and you really are that good at what you're doing, well, what is it about you personally, character-wise, that makes a person disregard all of these great skills and talents that you have and says, you know what, in spite of that, it's in my best interest that I not move forward with this person in any type of serious relationship because this type of person is self-destructive. And maybe you don't even know it. Then the third part, where's the results? Okay, maybe you are doing too much time talking and not enough time working. And if you spent more time working towards your goal, maybe that's how you would effectively gain the attention of those that you need to get the attention from. Okay? Be so valuable they can't ignore you. Be so good they can't ignore you. All right? That's my thoughts. Leave me a comment. Make sure that you subscribed. Be your brother's keeper and share this with a friend. I'm telling you, the power is being placed in your hands to help really improve our community. And if you want real change, it has to start in the mind. Remember, you got to be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So share this with others that are within our community. Be your brother's keeper. And you could do this all for free. All right? Take care. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Take care.